like you gave me much of a choice. It was boring. It was boring. It was boring. Yeah. Listen, yeah, okay, there. Cool. Hey guys, it's me, the Gaming Dr. Mada, and yeah, I had to sit for another 40 minutes plus for you guys for this new state of play. And look, I'm a big PlayStation guy. I have all the PlayStations. I have many games that are looking at me right now, and this show wasn't it. But still, I still have to review it. So, for prosperity's sake, to keep you guys up to date, because I know no one else besides me watched it, it seems, because no one's talking about it. Let's talk about the state of play. So, yeah, let's review this, guys. Here we go. Boom, boom. Is it off? The state of play was from Japan this time and was hosted by Yuki Kaiji. This state of play focused on games made across Japan and Asia. We start off with Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. I can't lie, seeing that chin on that first blonde dude with the red tunic cracked me up a bit because man, that chin was a whole other head on itself. Anyway, this is when a fisherman's son and his pals on a lone island of Ested get bored and they do what any responsible teens would do. Mess with ancient ruins and accidentally unlock portals to the past. This reimagined version polishes the classic adventure with new storylines, faster pacing, and a charming handcrafted diorama art style. Basically, it's a global restoration project powered by friendship, time travel, and a lot of monster bashing. Set sail through time on the 5th of February for this game coming out in 2026. The next game we have is Igkobni, one store, many stories. Step into a quiet hum of a small town convenience store in the 1990s Japan, where the real challenge isn't inventory management, it's remembering who likes which onigiri. As Makoto Hayakawa, you stock shelves, ring up regulars, and uncover a heartfelt and sometimes quirky story behind every little customer. A gentle reminder that even the smallest store can hold 1,000 memories. Brew up more than just coffee in this late-night Tokyo cafe, where humans and mythical beings drop by to spill their hearts, and occasionally their lattes. As the barista, your job is to listen, mix the perfect drink, and gently steer lives through warm conversation. With new characters, upgraded brewing machines, and a fresh lo-fi soundtrack, it's the perfect blend of comfort and caffeine. This is launching on March 5th, 2026. Bring your best latte art and emotional resilience. After this, we have Broken Lore, Unfollow. Step into Anne's fractured mind in this first-person psychological horror. Haunted by the ghosts of bullying and the toxic echo chamber of social media, Anna must navigate a surreal nightmare filled with twisted puzzles, symbolic horrors, and memories she'd rather scroll past. To escape, she'll have to face her fears, one terrifying notification at a time. This comes out on January 16th, 2026. Moving on, we go to Broken Lore, Ascend. Fame is a slippery climb in this first-person psychological horror where rooftop daredevil Ren and Yui take on Japan's tallest building, the Elysium Tower, for one last viral stunt, and end up scaling their own nightmares, as a shape-shifting spirit called Rokurorobi stalks them through the fog of fame and fear. Eagle Pass climbing sim and an existential crisis, Ascend explores obsession, social media validation, and what it means to lose yourself in the spotlight, literally. Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly Remake. Twin sisters Mio and Mayu take a wrong turn into absolute not haunted territory and end up in a cursed village where the night never ends and ghosts really hate being photographed. Armed with the iconic camera obscura, Mio snaps spectral selfies to survive, find her lost sister, and unravel a tragic ritual that doomed the place. The remake sharpens every shadow with enhanced visuals, audio, and gameplay, plus a new holding hands with Mayu mechanic for those two spooky moments that you cannot handle. It's beauty, terror, and sibling trauma, perfectly developed in the dark room. This comes out on March 12, 2026. Our slashing brothers from Koei Tecmo then had another announcement to make. Dynasty Warriors Origins, Visions of 4 Heroes. Ever wondered what would happen if history took a wild detour? This major DLC expansion answers that with 4 what-if tales centered on the Chaos icons themselves. Instead of following Zillion's faction-hopping adventures from the main game, Visions of 4 lets you step into the sandals of several legendary warriors you see with ambitions that might reshape in the 3 kingdoms, preferably with 1,000 soldiers defeated per minute. Next we have our boys from Gran Turismo 7 that celebrated a new milestone after they claimed to have sold 100 million units with the Spec 3 update. Hopefully this means you won't need to get a loan from Jeff Bezos to buy a car in the game like it did last time. GT7 will also have the Power Pack update too. What's this? To be honest, I don't care, but as a loyal host I have to break it down for you. This is basically just an expansion juicing up the single player experience with new race formats, smarter AI rivals, and shiny new rewards to chase. Sadly, the PS4 players are not going to get this update, so yeah, this is strictly on next gen horsepower. Motion Wreck. Record, replay, rewind your way through the ruin. You play as Wreck, a tiny robot archivist, awakening in a world long claimed by machines. As you explore its desolate monochromic landscape and piece together the story of its downfall through scattered notes, you'll master time-bending platform tricks, recording jumps, flips, and switches to outwit gravity itself. Launching spring 2026 on PS5, Motion Wreck proves sometimes the best teammate is your past self. Cutting in next we have Wandering Sword. Set in an expansive ancient China, the game offers a sprawling open world, dozens of side quests, and enough branching choices to create 20 different endings. Because one hero's journey is never enough. Recruit companions, join sects, master hundreds of martial arts techniques, and swing everything from swords to hidden weapons. Combat is flexible, letting you toggle between turn-based strategy and real-time action depending on your style. The complete PS5 edition, arriving May 28, 2026, bundles all DLCs and adds full Japanese and Chinese voiceovers, so you can truly feel like a wandering swordsman. Or at least sound like one. AI, the Somnian Files, no sleep for Kaname Date. Just when you thought being a detective was safe, Kaname Date and his AI sidekick Aiba are back, juggling cybernetic eye powers and high-stake heroics. This midcore kicks off shortly after the first game, as internet idol Iris Sagan gets abducted by a mysterious UFO and thrown into a deadly online escape game called The Third Eye Game. It's a tense, puzzle-filled ride where one move could mean digital doom, or worse. This comes out in February 2026. Tokyo Extreme Racer rides in next. Hit the highways, crash your rivals, and drain their spirit points until they wish they had stayed home. Force opponents into mistakes, build your lead, and watch the SP bar vanish. Earn cash, pimp out your rides, and take on rival teams in your quest to become the ultimate highway king. Launching February 26, 2026, buckle up, it's going to be a wild ride. Next we have DLC for Once Upon a Katamari, adding fresh tracks and fun accessories to the Katamari. No new story levels here, just more rolls, grooves, and watch everything stick to your shiny bouncy ball of chaos. Moving on, more Pac-Man DLC, as Pac-Man brings in someone I didn't honestly expect, Sonic the Hedgehog. Expect speed, rings, and chaos. Top it off with a multi-phase Dr. Eggman boss fight, a Sonic costume for Pac-Man, and around 20 new collectible figures, because even Pac-Man likes to accessorize once in a while. Ready for more DLC? I'm not. This winter 2025 DLC adds new Mega Digimon evolutions, including heavy hitters like Bits Greymon and Omnimon Zwart Defeat. With new quests and ways to power up your party, this is the perfect excuse to dive back in and keep saving the human and the digital worlds. Super Robot Tyson is basically the world's biggest robot party, where mechs from every anime, manga, and video game. This series used to have a long story, but now each game just throws everyone into a brand new plot, so that the developers can keep adding more mechs without explaining why they're there. Because who needs logic when you have lasers and giant robots having emotional crises? From there, we go on to Monster Hunter Wilds with its free update announced as well. This update gives players a new monster to fight as well as some new gameplay challenge stuff. Sonic Crossworlds also showed off some new DLC characters, including, would you guess, SpongeBob SquarePants. So those of you who have wanted to have your Krabby Patties and a Hedgehog Quill in the same plate might enjoy this. An action-adventure game trailer came next, showing us a game called Nevergrave, The Witch and the Curse. Finally, something that's not DLC. This game has a very Hollow Knight feel to it. The cool mechanic is that you can go into all your enemies like in Mario Odyssey and use their bodies and their abilities to your own advantage. It also seems to have 4-player gameplay, and it has a more Metroidvania-like platforming kind of experience, and it's really nice to see that in this current day and age. Next, we have a game from Arc System Works that showed us a new game from the BlazBlue franchise called BlazBlue Entropy Effect X. Say that 3 times fast. It showed us Ragnar, one of the main characters, going through a kind of beat-em-up world. This is what I wanted to talk about. These gems that are hidden in this dirt of DLC. It's nice to actually see something original for once. The plot stars Ace, a top-tier researcher who cannonballs into a sea of possibility to fish out magic story shards that might stop reality from falling apart. The narrative can get twisty enough to need its own flowchart, but don't worry, the game mostly wants you to enjoy stylish beatdowns and tweaking your build like a mad scientist with too much free time. This comes out on February 12, 2026. Daemon and Baby.
It's just a baby!
Daemon and Baby is another Arc System Works game, and it's an upcoming action game where the Daemon King, Daemon, gets hit with the worst curse imaginable. Permanent babysitting duty.
I did your baby!
Stuck with a human infant glued to him like a clinging backpack, Daemon embarks on a chaotic quest to break the spell without dropping the kid, or his sanity. It's an isometric mix of shooting, exploring, and solving gun-based puzzles, all while Daemon parkours through danger with a baby bouncing on his spine. A second player can also enjoy as his loyal dog, because if you're going to battle evil forces, you might as well do it with a demonic dagged figure and a supportive canine. Looks fun. Korra Mikhaism is an action RPG from Nippo Ichi, where a mercenary named Nua, wow, there's so many complicated names here, gets hired by a tiny overlord, T-Sale, to recover the universe's most sacred treasure, a stolen First Radiance pudding. Because in the Dissidia universe, dessert theft is basically a war crime. With level caps soaring to 9,999 and reincarnation thrown in, you can grind yourself into a cosmic demigod. You can also kidnap enemies and force them to work for you as familiars, who can either loyally fight by your side or transform into weapons. Basically, nothing says friendship like turning your enemies into a sword. Next we have Fate Trigger, which is a free-to-play game, which is anime-style tactical shooter where you and a bunch of stylish superpowered teenagers jump onto a floating island to blast each other to smithereens, basically. As an awakener, you battle it out in a hero-based battle royale while a mysterious pale blight threatens the world. Though honestly, the biggest threat might be whoever snipes you from across the map. Think Valorant or Overwatch, but everyone decided gravity was optional and fashion was mandatory. From here we move on to Octopath Traveler 0, which is coming to the PlayStation, a game that was originally stuck on the Nintendo systems. Look forward to that as it's coming out on December 4th, 2026. Next time we have Marvel Token Souls that got its time to shine, as the director came out to announce that it's having a new beta test that's coming out soon. Otherwise, yes, we all know about this game, we're all looking forward to what the Japan can do with Western heroes, and there's nothing much. From there we have a new Elden Ring DLC with new gameplay features and all that stuff. The DLC is called Forsaken Hollows. This game actually looks kind of fun. Nurse, did you see that? Did she move? Anyway, that about does it, guys. As you see, I do a lot for you. I suffer so you don't have to. That's what a doctor does. He heals you. So I'm here giving you a brief summary of an hour or two that I lost on my life. And although it was mostly a dull thing, there were a few games that were actually quite inspiring. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm trying my best to keep you guys updated with as much gaming news as I can. And yeah, I just hope you enjoyed that. So give me some support. You know what I always say: like, share, comment, subscribe. Tell your aunties about me. Tell your cousins. Tell everyone. Tell your popes. And you know, yeah, let's do this. So guys, until next time, on to the next patient.